All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The embrace of an old friend.
Shoot.
A withered companionship that stands the test of time.
Alright,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was
this way. Might as well.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Oh, okay.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable.
It's not.
It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Oh yeah, the Adventure
Line. The Adventure Line goes somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
This is still the Broom Closet thing. No.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Next time I'll crush it.
Bucket destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Don't grab the bucket as you grabbed the last time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
wonder
wrong
if something will change if I just go in there myself.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Aha!
Give me a chance. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I think last time I didn't pay attention.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
There's blackness or which blackness? Got it. This is where, yeah, this is kind of the same.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
I'm sleepy. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to leave now.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
Oh, well.
We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Ow.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Geronimo.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Nah.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Geronimo.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Bye-bye.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So let me go back into the meeting room with the bucket, I guess. What's going on over there? Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
What?
It's those figurines.
Oh.
Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Yeah.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
No.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay. Didn't think I was going to be back in here at all. Suddenly found the collectibles. A memory zone.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. No idea of how many
Oh,
of them
yeah.
we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Nope. Is it that? Touch. The bathroom. Is it showing by the
And
order that I got them
was
in?
a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom.
Yep.
You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. but you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Third one.
Okay, let's do a little quiz.
Ah, crap.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Warehouse.
No. The warehouse was the fourth place you found a Stanley, not the third. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the warehouse feels like the third place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Oh, I did actually feel like the third, but I don't remember.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? So if I get it wrong, it takes me to different places, because this is definitely not where I got the next one. Choices. Stairs.
This was the fifth mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
I found it. By then. Yep, just walked out there and just what's that down there? I just went downstairs. I would light. It's mini stand number 5. Found it under the stairs. I wonder if we'd switch it. So which one you found in order?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes. 8 minutes. I can go. And then the last one was the red and blue door. Clever.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
You are in the present.
And
oh,
then
snap.
There was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Fine. Passed.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
Yep.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
I'm not gonna get. Under the stairs.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yep. Let's show it again. Okay, good. Spit up, thank God.
Yes, I love that video.
Ah, that's not the door's open. Don't remember this room at
Still
all.
don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Am I down this room? Maybe. Once it gets too annoying. Okay. Can I go to the officer's room? Nope, cannot. Was it really in the officer's room that I found it? I don't remember at all.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Yeah, well,
I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Was it the hole? No.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Now we're going to memory lane.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
So do you want me to go left or right? Oh, they both go the same way. Ah, my office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Nope, that's it.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now.
What the hell?
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the end. Now it's going to confirm to see if it even works. Sometimes it doesn't, which pisses me off. But well, I'll shoot it though. Right now, it's like, yeah. It's like, is that even necessary? What's it first? Cool. It's like, should I care or should I not? Confirm. They just decided to the dog and the cat are friends. Friends? Is that there? And you just decided to the number 5 because it's number 9. I mean, that's 9. 9. You just decide until you stop just in the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Scrumtush, Occupoint. Okay, Scrumtush for sure. Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? It is currently 10:43. Yes. Is the time that it is right now? Is the time that it is right now that yes? What is time anyway? Don't you dare. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told a lot? A lot. Help. Sure. Will you come back to visit me? Not for another 10 years after this, though. But yeah, 10 years? Yeah, I'll see you. Give me a minute. Okay, I think it's working. Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games are meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Do I need to restart the game again? Or can I finish it now? I can finish it now. Okay, cool. I was like, I'm a bit confused. Alright, I can finish it now. Okay. Still need to do the speedrun ending, but that's about it. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Many? How many years? Oh. We're back out here. Huh. Yeah. All because of a skip button. I'm out here. Ooh. Fire. Moon. Nice. Sheesh. Down short. Sunset or sunrise? Say sunset? Whoa. Stanley Parable 2. In loving memory? Oh my gosh. It died? Just like that? Cookie Nine's blog. Uncompromising gaming content review of the Stanley Parable 2 posted on April 27th by Cookie9. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole. I care about it. I care about it. Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting other figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and a welcome reprieve. Hey, 2027? What? Get dog! Oh, that wasn't. Nope, that wasn't me. I didn't put the slider on there. Oh. Did they finally work? Nope. Jim. Jim. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in the press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with their reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Sheesh. Real web. Get on the green. Where's the red? Just move on a sec. I want to actually say something else. Nope, just Jim. They all say Jim. Did I just go around? I did. What the? So am I supposed to go this way? Ah. Oh my gosh. My friends, can I get more? Yes, more. Give me more. $26. Oh, the hole. Oh man. The clock. Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're very welcome. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of their franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise to the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make him his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Story. Stanley Parable 3 story of circles. Stanley Parable 3 Star of Circles. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you start the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. I'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it. I want you to have a say as well. Don't do it. Don't do it. I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'm right here. Can I not complete the story until... Okay, I think I have to, don't. Yep. You're back. It's good to see you again. Did you reconsider my idea of inventing new silly subtitles for sequels like the Stanley Parable 3 Nonsense Chemicals? Would you like to start doing it then now? Yeah, let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. And there's a go every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. See, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he? Of course not. I won't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. Trophy machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're on this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I wonder how far people have gone on this. I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. 11:17. Please, oh, okay. Don't care. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Ah, boy. We're playing Stanley Parable 3 Story of Circles with the Car. Alright. So, speed run and broken trophy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
I'm actually about to finish it. I just need to get 2 more trophies and then that's it for this game.
As though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever
Stanley Parable
change
3
Stanley.
Story
Something
of
he would
Circles.
never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself
I'll actually show you
unable
right
to
now.
move
Just
for the
like give me a
longest
second till I can move.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk
There's
and
balloons.
stepped out of his office.
There's
All of his
balloons.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
And
the
there's
meeting
this
room.
bucket.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent.
And
Stanley
look,
checked his
there's a
ego
door
and
with
then
new
proceeded.
content in it.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, It was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all. Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Nope.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Can't jump.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Nope. Thank you for enjoying.
If you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Okay. Dang it.
All of his
do I need the
gone.
bucket?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
Maybe I don't need the bucket.
Delicate, assertive, yet compassionate.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Should be fine. Okay, perfect.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see? Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game develop. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, so this should all work now, I hope.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yay!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since...
It's
Wait,
working.
what in the holy hell is going on? You got the trophy?
I got it.
Why did the machine work?
I got
Stanley,
it.
I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it.
I
swear.
did it.
It was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being... Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Hole. This is the hole.
Stanley,
Hole.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in
Thank
fact
you.
a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah, I'm good.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Nah, I'm
Maybe
good.
do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Yep.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I do.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Coming.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Geronimo!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Got
Had
it.
enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I haven't.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Hole.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I'm pushing it.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Bye.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of it.
Bye. Oh, it's just gonna get weirder though. Nah. There you go.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up
Forget
the
about that one.
space of mine.
Puppy.
My head's stronger. You're no longer using up the space of mine.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you have sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
There you go. Yeah.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
So is there going to be a second bucket? No, the bucket's gone. Can I put it back? Nope, can't even put it back.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here.
What?
How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already
Oh,
so
there you
great,
go.
so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh, Jesus.
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much.
Dang.
I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Huh. Too much power. I hate that room. Anything else cool? Collectible. Ah, out of order. You've been here already. Fine. Let's see, jump circles, this
Calling
map.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic
Epilogue.
statement right there. It's future-oriented.
On the other
It
side?
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I don't know what to tell you. I haven't.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep.
Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Nope.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh.